What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Devonius's Domain Toy Review. Today we're going to be checking out NECA's Saw Ultimate Jigsaw figure. How much blood would you shed to stay alive? This is a really cool figure. For me, this kind of came out of nowhere. I feel like this just popped up and people were like, whoa, like this is coming out in the stores. And this was one I was like, man, I feel like I kind of got to get this. You know, it's an Ultimate Jigsaw. Back in the day, NECA did the cult classics and they did variants, with the pig head enforcer with the red, and then they also did Jigsaw with the red and then the black and red accented coat. So there were a couple different variants, but you couldn't just get like one ultimate figure, like, oh, I want to swap out the heads. And this, to me, was the way to go. So I figured I'd have to get it. And when I saw the accessories, I was like, okay, I'm gonna jump on this. So, looking at the front here, this is really cool. It's got the reverse bear trap on the front. Saw Ultimate Jigsaw right there, and then the cool tagline for the movie right there. And then turn to the side. We've got this really nice side profile. Billy the Puppet right there. Saw Ultimate Jigsaw, NECA Real Toys. Go on the back. We've got this really nice mural of all the different poses and whatnot. Bald Jigsaw, Cancer Jigsaw, holding the reverse bear trap, setting it up for one of the victims, or victims, however you want to view his ethics from the movie. We got Billy the Puppet, and then one of the pig heads, and then down here we've got Saw. Includes Billy with tricycle, reverse bear trap, taper quarter, removable blade, interchangeable heads and hands. When we go here to the side, there he is with hair. Down here, reverse bear trap and all that. We open it up. This is pretty cool. Look at all this shit. Bunch of cool stuff in there. Cloth cloak. That is really, really cool. Can't wait to get this guy open. Very cool. And then we have this here. That is really neat. That is a really neat picture. Using the old Billy mold, he can't really like do anything with his hands. They're meant for holding. Well, yeah, that is pretty cool. So I'm excited to get this thing open. Let's see what this dude can do. Let's get him out of the box. All right, we've got Jigsaw out of the packaging. Let's take a look at him here. Pretty standard fare here. We got the really cool cloak here with the hood and the red accents all throughout. I can tell right off the bat the hand here, the hand mold, this is reuse. Immediately I could tell that they reused it and then kind of cloned it for this hand. And the head here is based off of the old bald sculpt and just has added hair. Let's see under here. Let's see all the stuff we've got. All right, so Velcro, and then this is probably reuse from some kind of body that I'm not familiar with. I mean, like maybe like a ghost face or something, or who knows, maybe this is like a whole new mold. Usually I know this kind of stuff, but for this particular figure, I'm not really sure. And it looks like the head sits on there kind of weird. You can tell kind of right there, like a lot of movement in the head. Like, look at this. This is an insane amount of movement for a figure, but I think it's probably because of the way that head is sculpted against that neck. Maybe it's because it's an older sculpt or something. But then, yeah, we open it up here. No butterfly joint. And then we've got a good amount of articulation in the elbow. Let's try to take this off here. I'll take the hand off. That was nice. The hand popped right off. And yeah, we've got double jointed. Again, standard fare for a NECA figure. And then yeah, we've got, after that, we've got some ab crunch. Then you can go up about that much. Actually, you can get a lot of articulation out of this guy, which is really surprising. 90 degree there. The ankles really like to move. It looks like it's on a really nice little ball joint in there, which is really cool. Really appreciate the kind of movement you can get out of him, which is really, really nice, actually. It's got a wired cape, which is nice. The hood is not hooding. I don't know. Huh? It looks okay like that. I think in this case, the Cult Classics kind of has this one beat with the sculpted hood. It's not It's not the best, but it's not terrible, you know what I mean? And then in terms of accessories, we've got the cancer jigsaw, the clean shaven head, which is just a reuse of the mold from Cult Classics days, and then the pig head, which again is reused from the Cult Classic pig head, and Jigsaw here, who is also reused from the Cult Classic Jigsaw figure with the tricycle. So as you can probably tell, there's a theme here, a lot of reuse going on. But you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If you can give the consumers like a better product using some older, still great product, I think, you know, that's not a bad business model. I know some people don't like that. I know some people were like, "Well, we deserve all new sculpts," and it's like, yeah, for the ultimate price, I agree with that. But for people that can't afford the Cult Classics figures or want something a little bit better, this is the next best thing, and that's pretty cool. We've got the reverse bear trap here. We've got the tape recorder and then some other hands, as well as the wrist gauntlet blade, which is pretty cool. This time around, you can actually take that out or put it back in, however you want to do that. So this is pretty cool. All the accessories you see here come with him. And let's get this guy into some poses. Let's see what he can do. My final thoughts on this figure, I think it's pretty damn cool. Although, you know, there's a lot of reuse and stuff like that. Again, it's like I said earlier, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. There could have definitely been some updates to this figure. Like, for example, I think the face scans could have been updated. I think they look good, especially for the time period that they were made in, but they could have looked better, in my opinion. I think they could have been resculpted and made to look a lot better. Um, Especially, like, knowing that this head, for example, is literally just that head, which was the Cult Classics head, but sculpted with hair. Like, you know, you can tell that they were really trying to cut corners with this particular figure, not trying to do too much in new tooling and stuff like that, which I understand that. And if you can give a fan favorite to, you know, the fans cheaper, but also give them a little bit more bang for their buck, hence the extra accessories and whatnot, which I really do appreciate. I totally understand that. Also, you know, with Billy the Puppet, there is some new ingenuity in there with this figure. In particular, he has these sparkly shoes, which is really cool, and also some ankle articulation, as well as some upper wrist articulation too, which I don't think was on the original figure. I know the original figure did not have sparkles and did not have that extra hinge in the ankles. I also don't think it had the upper wrist articulation. I could be wrong. So looking at the original Billy figure that I have here, um, differences being the knee slice on both legs, no articulation in the ankles, and a little bit of articulation here, but not on a ball, and no upper wrist articulation on this figure either, and no sparkles. But yeah, and some brighter reds on there on this figure as well. I think this is a nice little update to Billy. And yeah, overall, I like the extra accessories. I think the articulation is pretty standard for NECA. Good. You can get him in a lot of different versatile poses. I wish the hood was a little bit better, but again, I mean, can't really compete with the sculpted hoods. That's a pretty hard thing to get down. Sometimes you get a good cloth hood. that looks great sitting on a head, and then sometimes you don't. Like, it just doesn't look that great. And this is one of those examples of it not looking that great. This figure also comes in a totally red variant. I have not been able to track that down, so I settled for this one, but this is no slouch either. I like this cloak appearance as well. And overall, glad that I picked this figure up. If you're a fan of Saw, definitely pick this up. If you just want to round out your horror collection, I mean, this is the essential Saw movie villain. This is the essential Saw movie action figure, Jigsaw. Very cool. And that's all I really have to say. Subscribe, comment down below, like, share this if you thought it was really that cool. I mean, I don't know. And that's all for today. So, I guess there's only really one thing left to say. Devonius, out.
Hello, I want to play a game. Subscribe to this channel and like the video, or your entire collection will explode. Let your collection live or die. Make your choice.